Yo, what up, guys? It's Dennis coming at you one more time. Um, I haven't made a video in a few days or weeks or whatever. Um, and reason being is I see a lot of channels that make a lot of videos, and it seems like it's just content, content, content. So I kind of don't want to go in towards that direction of just plastering content all over the place. I really want to make videos that, like, when I think about it, the topic or the subject matter, it really resonates with me and makes me think. With all that being said, guys, today I woke up this morning, had my coffee, let the dogs out, did my thing. While that, I was just, scrolling over Facebook, and I saw someone ask the question, why do I fight CF? And I believe that the I guess you could say premise of the question was just to see what motivates people to keep doing what they're doing and continually trying to battle this disease that we all have, which is cystic fibrosis. And I couldn't answer. I couldn't type something. I couldn't. I just couldn't get what was going on up here to go here. I couldn't transfer the message or relay the the signals to match up. And I think the reason is because it's a very complex question. At least when I started to sit down and think about it, because for the longest time, guys, and I guess a little bit more recently here, I never really saw it as a battle. I never saw it as something that I have to fight to do. I never saw it as something that, is a win-lose situation. I always just, kind of saw it as, that's just life. Just like everybody else, I wake up, God willing, and I'm able to see another day and take a deep breath, or in my case, half a breath, and then cough for about an hour and take another breath. But that's just me. I don't want to say I have a mild case of cystic fibrosis, because it may not be as bad as everybody else's, but it's sure not the easiest. But for the sake of this conversation, I'll say mild case, because I had problem gaining weight, but I never needed a feeding tube. I've had low PFTs, but I've never needed to be on 24-hour oxygen or even oxygen when I sleep. I've had hospital stays or, bruised veins, but I've never needed a port. I've always been able to get, something else or deal in a different way. I have diabetes, but I don't need a insulin pump, So I guess what I'm saying is I never saw it as something that I would have to, continuously fight, battle. I just saw it as that's how my life is, I wake up just like everybody else, do my morning routine, get ready for work, or take care of the house, take care of my dogs, you know, spend time with friends, and I just live life, man. That's just kind of the premise of my life. I was never raised to feel different or be different or treated differently. Yeah, there were certain reservations about certain activities that I did in school. Yeah, whenever my parents signed me up for sports, there was a lot of caution, and you know, they were always able to supervise or be there, or you know, they were always an arm length away. So I guess really, guys, if you think about it, my parents kind of did most of my fighting for me. I was very fortunate to have the parents I did, or that I still do. And, you know, this question really got me thinking, so I couldn't really, you know, why do I fight? What motivates me to fight? But I mean, it's not so much a fight, guys. It's living. It's life. It happens to everybody. Not the cystic fibrosis part, of course, but, you know, just having to get up and deal with life and do what life gives you or hands you or drops on you or anything, good, bad, or otherwise. It just happens. And I'm fortunate enough to still be here and do what I do, you know? I live. And like I said, there was a brief period there before where I fought. And this is what kind of made me think of why I still fight. So again, guys, I'm sorry if it's all over the place video, but this question really just had my mind going everywhere because there's so many aspects of it, to me anyway. Is that because for most of my adolescence and before, you know, I hit puberty and turned 18 and moved out of the house, my parents did my fighting for me. And then there was that brief period that I think we all have, where I fought a lot of demons for a long time, because of CF. Very insecure. I was in denial. I didn't believe it. I didn't have CF as far as I was concerned. Everybody was just lying to me, for whatever reason. And for a long time, I actually stopped taking all medication. And I would say for a good year and a half, maybe 2 even, I cut myself off to prove a point, and it didn't do any good. You know, I only felt horrible. And I fought it for a long time because I was afraid of something. I was afraid of the reality of accepting it. And even though at that point when I was fighting it personally, I was still doing whatever it was I wanted to do. But, you know, it didn't seem like I was living life. Like I wasn't doing anything meaningful or valuable. It was just doing things for the sake of doing them because I could. Because everybody or the doctors or whatever chip I had on my shoulder told me I couldn't. And I would say that is when I fought. And now, you know, I say that it's like almost a 50-50 blend. You know, I have my good days, I have my bad days. But you know what? I still wake up and I keep doing it. Because it's life, guys. It's life. You don't battle living for all those normal people out there, do you? You don't have to fight to live. I mean, there are those in bad situations. There are those in unfortunate situations. But I accepted CF. I accepted it as part of me. I accepted it as my life. And that maybe, I guess, what just allows me to keep going. Not so much motivates me, but allows me to keep going. I'm not fighting with myself anymore. But at the same time, I'm not in a denial that, I know the reality of the situation. But it doesn't hinder me from living my life any less. I accept CF as something that I have, just like, the color of my hair or the sound of my voice. It's part of me. It is me. It is what it is. And I'm okay with it. And again, guys, it doesn't motivate me to fight, I guess. Fight or live or... But it does help me to appreciate a lot more things as well. So I guess to kind of just round this one out, sorry it's so long, but again, this question, it just got me going this morning. And I'm probably still not sure if I said all I needed to say to explain it, but that's just it, man. There's not enough words to explain a lot of things in life, so sometimes the best thing to do is just keep on living. So until next time, guys, I love you. Keep breathing. Peace.